watching a movie, and 15 people, my cell phone was blowing up, said they just, hey, call me about buying a house, based on an automated system that we have that is zero cost to you, and we would love to give it to you. Become the expert with buyers and sellers and team building. Maybe you guys want to start your own team as well, right? I want you to know Pearl Hollis is 100% behind you on how to do that. I'm going to show you how that works as well too. Opportunity to connect with, share, and like-minded people. Now listen, if you guys want to go further, faster, I'm a Tony Robbins follower. He says that you have to be with people who are ahead of where you want to go. So you're going to have the opportunity to be with us, to roll with the big dogs and big ladies on a daily basis, no matter where you are in your real estate business, and then help you grow your business as big as you want to grow it. And then we want to make sure that you have access to systems, processes, and assistance, because these are the three things that over the 37 years that had me build a multi-million-dollar real estate business. And we want to make sure that you have an opportunity to give back to worthy causes that are near and dear to your heart as well. So what we do is me personally, my team, we donate to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta every time we close a deal. My wife has lupus, so we give to the Lupus Foundation. And of course, I'm a military veteran, so of course we support veterans. So let's talk about this model. This model started, was disrupted, is a disruptor in the industry. Everything started with Caldwell Bankers, 1906. Went to RE/MAX, 1973. They created the 95-5 commission structure. I used to be on it. I used to pay $1,400 a month. And by the time I finished paying for transaction coordinators, leads, everything that I had to pay for, I was netting around 38%. And then KW came along in 1983. They created the agent ownership model, where if you sponsored agents into Keller Williams, you could get what's called profit sharing, right? They didn't allow you to work to participate in revenue sharing, where the real money is, only profit sharing. And I'm going to share a video in a second, a 6-minute video, so you can kind of see how that works. So just remember this. We all, I don't know if you guys are my age or not, but everything started in the past. It went from what we thought was cool and new to now something that's even cooler and newer. Everything started with Blockbuster. I remember going on date night on Friday and Saturday nights, walking through Blockbuster, picking up VHS tapes. And then Netflix put them out of business, right? Closed 500 stores across the country because we could just sit in our living room, pay $9.99 a month and watch a movie. No reason to leave our house. Circuit City used to be there, but now Amazon obviously have taken over that. I mean, there's 5 to 10 packages a week that get delivered to my house. I even ordered something one time. I live in Lawrenceville, Georgia, by the way, where I ordered something, and there's a center up in Beaufort, Georgia. Within about 15 minutes, I saw a drone drop a package on my front porch. It was amazing. I was glad it did, but I was like, wow, how did I get it that fast? And then traditional real estate brokerages are now being replaced with EXP Realty. And I'm going to share with you why in a second. So, my biggest question when people were talking to me about EXP, I'm like, well, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you can sponsor agents, blah, blah, blah. But you guys close any deals? Like, where are you guys on production side? Because my mom is old school. She said, how you make money in real estate is you have to close real estate transactions. That's just the way it works. And so Jay-Z says, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. So here is the report from Real Trends for 2023 of they take the top 500 real estate brokerages across the United States, all the big companies, and they rank them. And so EXP ranked number 1 in size close, number 4 in volume close, number 4 in billions of dollars closed, and then number 1 for public independent agents closing deals. So we're in the top 4 in every single category across the country. So there's a lot of deals that's being closed, right? So let's look at the traditional real estate model, and then let's look at what's happening at EXP. Traditionally, things start with an international brand. Somebody goes out and buys a region. They find franchise owners, and then that franchise owner finds managers and recruiters and staff, and then they find agents. So Glenn Sanford, who started EXP Realty back in 2009, he says, instead of agents being on the bottom, why don't we just put them on the top? And so what he created was something called the 50-50 initiative, where 50% of all company profits, 50% of all company profits goes to us real estate agents and revenue share. So every single month at EXP Realty, on the 22nd of every month, we get a direct deposit based on revenue sharing, based on how our organization has grown. And so the reason why this can happen is because there's three things that happen at EXP. We all have a cloud office, so we don't have brick and mortar locations. But every single person at EXP, if you wanted to go work at a brick and mortar, you get a free pass where you can go to any Regus workspace. It's like a WeWork in Atlanta, but they have Regus workspaces all over Metro Atlanta. And you can go work there for free, no cost at all. And then every agent gets ownership in the brokerage versus just closing deals and ending up at zero every month. You actually have stock ownership in the business. And then you also can get revenue share, which can grow very rapidly. So here's a question back to you guys. Who's ever been to a realtor retirement party? Anybody have you ever seen it? Have you ever been at a realtor retirement party? You guys with me? I need to know you're with me. It's Sunday, man. It's Sunday. Y'all with me? All right, check this out. So here's going to be a short video, 6 minutes, breaking down how you could retire in the next 18 to 36 months through our revenue share program. And this is 100% outside of you closing real estate transactions. Okay, so here we go. Check this out. Guess I gotta hit play. Let me make sure you guys, I'm sharing my sound. Okay.
Revenue share does. Break it down. This is the part you gotta watch. It just blew me away. So we're not a franchise, we're a national company. And according to NAR, the National Association of Realtors, the average agent sells 6 homes a year. I've been talking about agents who sell 8 to 10. We're going to bring it back to agents who just sell 6 homes a year. What would happen? And according to NAR, the average sales price coast to coast is $275. The average commission is 2.5, sadly enough. I know I get 3.5 on all my listings. Some of you get 3. You'll make more. Some of you are a higher sales price. I might get 475. And I sell way more than 6, and I'm sure a bunch of you too. Again, it'll just be better. I'm dialing this back. I'm being conservative. So let's say the first year, just play along with me here. How many agents could you personally introduce to EXP? Could you do 5? I'm going to give you a 5-year plan, kind of like a 401k for real estate and an exit strategy. Not that you have to exit real estate, but how would you like not to have to work as hard as you've been working for all these years? So could you introduce 5 this year, and could you do that each year for 5 years? If so, at the end of 5 years, you will have referred 25 people to EXP. And in my example, I'm going to say who averaged 6 sales a year at $275 at a 2.5 commission. And then how many people do you think those agents get introduced over the next 5 years? What if they did 1 a year for 5 years? That'd be 5 in a 5-year period. And then the agents stay till even less, 3 in a 5-year period. The agents stay till even less, 2 in a 5-year period. That's like 1 person every 2.5 years. I'm really kind of dialing this back. Because you told 25, 20 unlocks level 5, and 25 gets you to level 6. However, you do not get paid on level 7. You must refer 40. You only did 25, so you're not going to be paid on level 6. So what this calculator does is it shows you your annual income, not one-time income, but your annual income with EXP through revenue sharing once you complete the above picture. Now people are like, what was the above picture? You personally referred 25 agents to EXP. Now I did 12 in my first 2 weeks. This is not hard to do. But 25 people to EXP in the next 5 years who average 6 sales a year, and they tell some of their friends, you tell some of their friends, it kind of compounds and accumulates out. Okay, and I always ask people, what do you think it'll be? And they're like, well, I don't know, like 80,000 a year, 180,000 a year. I had one guy, he's kind of a math guy. He's, oh, no, it's going to compound. It's closer to 280, over $250,000. Well, here it is, and I promise you this is not broken. It's $2.1 million a year is your annual income 5 years from now with EXP revenue sharing once you complete the above picture, which is right here. What is this? Can you refer, if you want to make $2.1 million a year outside of sales, because now you're not just a salesperson. You're building a real estate company with EXP, with me, with the person who invited you here. So could you have 25 people There's 2 million out there. Could you find 25 who average 6 sales a year, not a month, a year, at 275? Could you find those people? But then they tell some people who tell some people, tell some people. I went and did 25 in 3.5 months. I already have people that have done 5, 10, 15, 20, 23, 24. We haven't even plugged in any of those kind of numbers here. Again, you did the lion's share of the work. Nobody did anything like this. And there's your income, 2.1 million a year. Now, I was showing this to a friend of mine. He's like, hey, could you change that to 15? I go, sure, why? He goes, well, I'm not as outgoing as you, but I think I could tell 3 people this year. And if I did that each year for 5